So I'm just heading home after listening to Archbishop Mark MacDonald today. And the Archbishop offered a really interesting perspective, I thought, about the future. And the issue for him was that, like many of us, including myself, over the years, he's imagined the ideal, the heaven on earth idea, so popular in the New Testament and elsewhere in the Hebrew text as well, that this was an idealized thing, that it was somehow we were looking at it, wondering, oh, one day we'll get there. And what he did was he twisted it for us. He said, you know, what if the future is actually looking back at us? What if the future is actually opening a door for us and saying, come on, come this way? Maybe that's God's sense of future. God opening the door for us, the saints opening the door for us, saying, come on, come on. And I was reminded of Elie Wiesel's oft-quoted story about the past doing the same thing, or doing a similar thing. The past saying, I'm wondering what you're going to do. The amazing story of the Jewish freedom fighter, 1948, just before the creation of the State of Israel, who was kidnapped, part of a group that's kidnapped a British soldier, and at dawn he's going to execute him under these criteria. And the room that they're in is filling up with people from this young man's past. The baker, the butcher, the rabbi from this local village in Poland that he had grown up in. All his aunts and his uncles and his grandparents and nieces and nephews, and all of these people now dead because of the Holocaust. But they're in that room. And there's a little boy who he says, who are you? He says, well, don't you know I'm you? And he says, what are you doing here? And the little boy says, well, don't you know we're here to find out. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And so I wonder about this future. I wonder about our children, our grandchildren, their grandchildren, and God opening the door to the future, calling to us, inviting us into a world, and wondering, what are you going to do about it? Who are you going to be? I wish you a safe and wonderful week.